Welcome back. Here's a quick recap to set the stage. Wrath, brimming with cold confidence, bets that Raon won't survive the next 2 months. His words drip with mockery, echoing through the tension. Raon pauses, eyes narrowing. "Are you serious?" he asks, voice low but steady. With a thunderous reply, Wrath shouts, "I don't lie." After a brief, weighted silence, Raon accepts the bet. Wrath's grin widens, amused and impressed. "Good choice," he says, his voice laced with approval. "If you're just tuning in or need a refresher, make sure to check out the previous chapter. The storm is brewing, and trust me, you won't want to miss what comes next." Now that we're caught up, let's dive into the heart of the story. 1 month passed after Wrath's bet against Raon. Raon stood in the market, looking at the evening sky, and thought, "It's been 1 month since I accepted Wrath's bet, which leaves 1 month until my graduation exam is finished." As he gazed out, he noticed a man waving a hand towards him, and he waved back with a smile. The market was full of busy people doing their work and chatting, creating a lively atmosphere. While walking through the street, Raon's thoughts continued. Despite Wrath's ominous warning, the peace of Haben Castle continued. He recalled Wrath's outburst towards Mount Sterling, where Wrath had screamed at the mountain, calling it a lazy bum. Things seemed to be going differently than he had thought. This memory of Wrath's unusual behavior added a layer of intrigue to Raon's understanding of the situation. "Well, that's good for me." With a sigh, Raon looked up at the sky in relief. He noticed a large number of crows flying away from the mountain range. A murder of crows? The sight of the crows fleeing the mountain range sparked Raon's curiosity and concern. He thought about the possibility of a monster or some other threat emerging, which might be causing the crows to flee in such large numbers. As he walked, Raon suddenly crushed something underfoot. Looking down, he murmured, "Ugh, what's this?" As he closely examined it, he lifted his leg and thought, "A frog." In a worried tone, he thought, "Why would a frog be here? This area is too cold for frogs to be around here until the summer." The unexpected presence of the frog in an area and time when it shouldn't be there sparked Raon's curiosity and concern. While Raon contemplated the situation, a gentle sound echoed through the air, tap, tap, like water drops falling into a basin. The scene slowed down, focusing on the serene atmosphere and the simple, repetitive sound of the water droplets. The ground beneath them suddenly began to shake violently, sending the people into a panic. People shouted and screamed as the earth trembled. "Kaya! It's an earthquake," one of the ladies cried out in horror. "What's going on?" an old man shouted while running for safety. The earthquake's intensity caught everyone off guard, causing widespread panic and chaos. The scene shifted from the chaos of the earthquake to the even greater alarm of a wave's arrival. The ringing of the castle bell and the soldiers' frantic shouts sent a wave of panic through the castle's inhabitants. Raon and the other leaders would have been immediately focused on responding to this new and potentially catastrophic threat. One of the soldiers asked in panic and fear, "What's going on?" Another soldier chimed in, "This isn't wave season?" A commanding voice cut through the chaos, "Everyone, get a hold of yourselves and get to the castle walls." Meanwhile, Raiden looked at Raon with a panicked expression and urged, "Raon, get ready. Let's go together." Raon replied firmly, "Yes, sir, let's go." As they ran towards the castle walls, Raiden continued, "We have to hurry and just inform the others on the way. We don't have time to wait for them." With worry etched on their faces, they sprinted towards the castle walls. The frog's dead body emitting smoke added an ominous and mysterious element to the unfolding crisis. On the castle walls, the soldiers began to fend off the monsters tirelessly. One soldier shouted, "They're coming this way as well. I need assistance here now." Another soldier, while slashing down a monster, spoke up, "Shit, it's as large as the previous wave." A different soldier cried out, "They've broken through our lines here. I need backup." After seeing countless monsters attack at once, Tyrion asked Milland, "Is Eden behind this as well? Otherwise, this situation doesn't make sense." As Raon slashed at the monsters, he thought to himself, "No, it's different from back then. I don't sense any murderous intent or madness from the monsters. It's more like..." He paused, looking down at the castle walls and seeing monsters climbing up fast. In fear, he thought, "They're running for their lives from something more dangerous." As Raon fended off monsters, Wrath's voice echoed in his ears, "It's coming here now. I told you that you should escape from this place." Raon stood there in shock. Looking at Wrath who flew around him, Wrath continued, "This is your fate for not heeding my warning." Raon asked curiously, "What do you mean, by it?" Raon demanded, "Tell me what you're talking about." Wrath replied in a mocking tone, "It's too late. You might have had a chance while it wasn't quite awake, but it's already noticed everyone here. It won't stop until it erases this castle from the face of the earth, and kills every single last one of you. Raon worryingly looks at the soldiers fending off monsters tirelessly. Wrath's words painted a dire picture, though, maybe something might change if you offer it a sacrifice that it deems to be sufficient. Raon asked, a sacrifice? What exactly is coming here? Wrath said with confidence, witness it with your own eyes. I am not obligated to tell you such a thing. Raon ground his teeth in frustration, at a loss for words to ask. Suddenly, Raon turned towards Milland, calling out, Commander Milland. Milland asked seriously, what do you need to ask in such an urgent time? Raon inquired, what plans are set if a foe we cannot defeat appears? Milland looked at Raon in surprise. Milland's response, it's not like you to ask such a question. Raon looked at Milland with worry. Milland continued, regardless, we will fight. Countless innocents will pay the price if we do not defend this castle, even if it means sacrificing ourselves. We need to buy time for them to evacuate. That is the reason Haben Castle exists. Raon's grip on his sword tightened, reflecting his resolve to stand by Milland's side and defend the castle, no matter the odds. Raon thought to himself, that's right, when I don't even know what we're up against, we can't call for a retreat already. Just as he was lost in thought, a troll charged towards him. As the battle raged on, Raon thought that he needed to focus on stopping the wave of monsters. With a swift motion, he spotted a troll behind him and slashed it down. The sky grew darker, and the moon rose high in the night sky. Edequil's voice rang out, ordering the defenders to push back the monsters while they were still dazed and to shoot down the flying creatures with bows and crossbows. Meanwhile, Raon's gaze fell upon a ridiculous sight, animals fleeing from the forest. He became speechless, wondering if even the animals were evacuating like the crows had earlier. He couldn't recall this happening in the previous wave. Suddenly, after seeing animals also running, Milland ordered Tyrion, send some troops to evacuate the civilians. Tyrion asked in shock and worry, what? Milland continued, including the civilians outside the castle. Now, there's no time to waste. Tyrion, after hearing the order, ran and responded, understood. Milland's voice echoed in his mind as he sent an aura message to Raon. Can you hear me, Raon? If things get dangerous, you need to get out. Raon was taken aback, wondering what Milland meant. The commander's words were laced with concern and trust. I understand what you meant earlier now. You saw further than me. You are capable of a higher future. Keep your life safe, for your own future. Raon, in shock, gripped his sword tightly. Milland's words continued. The efforts you have made for Haben Castle will never be forgotten. Raon's face twisted in anger, grinding his teeth. Memories of joyful moments with his comrades in Haben Castle flashed before him, and he thought, I need to run away and leave these people to die. With high confidence, he thought, no, that's not happening. A fiery aura began to surge around him, surrounding his sword. As his thoughts conveyed, I won't run away alone. Checking his surroundings, he thought, wait. The world around him seemed to freeze, and he spotted a crow perched on the castle walls, motionless. Just as he was about to charge forward, a high pressure fell upon him, pausing him midway. In shock he thought, more than 12 hours seemed to have passed. Time seemed to stand still, and Raon wondered why the sun hadn't risen despite hours passing. A demon with 2 horns walked towards the castle. While releasing its aura, the demon spoke in a low tone, I'm cold, I'm tired, and I'm sick of all this. Slowly walking towards castle it continued, but I woke up, so I have no choice. The monsters that stood in its way died instantly, on the demon's pressure. I must erase it all, and Raon's eyes widened in shock as he beheld the demon's power. A figure floated above Raon, its voice dripping with mockery. Have you finally sensed it? Wrath sneered, you really are quite dull. Raon's fear was palpable as he began to sweat, his eyes fixed on the demon lord, Sloth. Wrath continued, its tone laced with malice, it's too late for you now, so I'll tell you, that lazy bum's name is Sloth, the receiver. The demon lord stood before the countless dead bodies of monster. He is a demon lord, on the same level as me. As Sloth walked forward, its aura became apparent, and the air seemed to grow thick with an otherworldly energy. Wrath's voice dripped with sarcasm as it described Sloth, the monarch of laziness. Despite the ominous title, Sloth's expression remained emotionless as it gazed at the castle. The contrast between Wrath's mocking tone and Sloth's apathetic demeanor only added to the sense of foreboding that hung over the scene. Friends, this chapter comes to an end. To everyone watching, Thank you for joining us on this adventure. If you're excited to see what happens next, let me know in the comments, ask for more chapters, and I'll keep them coming. If you'd like to support the channel and be part of our family, consider joining as a member. Don't forget to like and subscribe to help grow this community. Until next time, stay tuned.